In the beginning of the episode, we see Little Rabbit holding the sword in her hand and saying, "I have heard a lot about this sword, so this sword will be very powerful." And then, as soon as Little Rabbit pushes that sword, a light starts releasing from the sky, after which Shihao holds that sword and says, "With the help of Senior Voodoo, we have reached this sword, so I will definitely fulfill my promise, and in the future, I will become a frontier." Hearing this, Yunchuan says, "You are talking about the future. I heard from my master that the future will be very cruel. And that man who does not belong to the past and the present, will he come back to the life of Shang Chenjiao? That man will take the help of the man who eats a lot." Now hearing this, Shihao says, "The man who eats a lot, that man is me, and Mingzi asked me for help a while ago," on which Divine Stone says, "Master Yunchuan has become fat and crazy." After which Divine Stone says to Yunchuan, "Was your master crazy?" Hearing this, Yunchuan was shocked, and he says to Divine Stone, "How did you know my master was crazy once he tried to defame me?" Hearing this, everyone was very shocked. After which Yunchuan says that his master had told him that this is his destiny. But the surprising thing is that day his master could not bury him, because that day I ate a lot of food, and if my master had buried me, I would have broken the ground and come out. Hearing Yunchuan's words, they were very surprised. After which Shihao comes to Little Rabbit and King and says, "Take care of his master." After which Little Rabbit asks Shihao, "You have now completed the first immortal energy. Now what is your next plan?" On which Shihao says, "I will now cultivate to take the second immortal energy." Hearing this, Yunchuan says, "Aren't you really afraid of death?" Then King says to Shihao, "You are not good in this like other people. So first you get stable. For now, we should see a new opportunity." For which Shihao agreed, and they all went ahead. After which we see a place, seeing which Yunchuan was telling Shihao that the last era of that sword was coming from here. But there are a lot of powerful people here, because there are a lot of unique treasures here. Immortal blood, stained earth and stone are very hard. For this, we cannot put our life in danger. After which Shihao starts feeling something strange. Shihao says that there is something that is going away from us. Shihao and the rest go ahead, after which they all came to the immortal blood, stained earth and stone. At that time, a light came out of Shihao's body, and from that light, it is known that someone had come here, seeing which Yunchuan says, "I had heard that Ningchuan had got a chance to come to immortal, and this is still in the 10th place. After which Shihao takes out his sword and starts breaking the barrier of immortal blood, stained earth and stone, where we see that sword goes all the way inside. After which we see Shihao and the rest who had reached one place. At that time, they see a fairy body, seeing which Shihao says that Zinkian Immortal has been completely destroyed, on which Little Rabbit says that this palace is completely filled with fairy atmosphere. So it means that this is an immortal body, from which we have no danger. Shihao says that we should get out of here soon with this immortal body. Hearing this, Divine Stone was very excited. At that time, Divine Stone starts going to this immortal body, but he bumps into the barrier made near the immortal body. Shihao says that he had created a magical circle around him before the powerful senior man died, so that his body was protected. Then he hears someone laughing, and he looks back where there was a man. That man says to Shihao that you can take the credit of finding this immortal body, but if you want to go back alive from here, then you can go from here. You may not know that I am the second immortal hunter blood rider. On which Shihao says that, where did the first one go? Then Golden White Tiger came there, and he starts roaring loudly. Blood Rider tells Shihao, "Brother Baihu, I am the son of the ancient holy temple, and also a genius who cultivates immortal energy. You don't know how dangerous they are." On which Shihao says, "This is a pet." Hearing this, Golden White Tiger was very angry. Then Little Rabbit says in anger, "If I wasn't a rabbit, then I would have eaten you now." Then Blood Rider and Golden White Tiger activate their powers. After which Shihao says, "You can take the immortal body, because I don't want this immortal body." And then, Shihao tells his companions to leave from there. After which they all came out. Yuncheng asks Shihao, "You are crazy. Why did you give that immortal body to that man?" Shihao tells everyone to be quiet. Then Shihao starts seeing the scene of that place with his power, where Golden White Tiger was breaking the barrier of the immortal body with his power. After which Golden White Tiger says, "We have to remove the immortal body very carefully." After which a blue aura is released from the immortal bloodstained earth and stone, seeing which Shihao says, "Let's go inside, because the enemy has solved our problem." Saying this, they all go inside. Now in the next scene, we see Shihao coming inside with his companions, where the same man was sitting inside. After seeing Shihao, he starts making fun of him. On which Sui Chen says, "You don't know me. That's why you were talking so much. If you know, you wouldn't have dared to be careless in front of me." But Shihao was still making fun of him. He says, "I'm just thinking why your rank is second." Then he says, "White Tiger, I don't know what is your enmity with the kingdom of heaven. Whatever it is, but I don't want to be your enemy." On which Shihao says, "This deal is good, so I start." Saying this, Shihao took out the 5-crown sword, after seeing which for a moment, Sui Chen was shocked. And then he says laughing, "What do you think you can stand in front of me?" Saying this, Sui Chen secretly uses his powers, with which his spear attacks Shihao from behind, but Shihao escapes from his spear. Then White Tiger also attacks Shihao, so Shihao stops that White Tiger using the 5-crown sword, but then Sui Chen attacks Shihao from behind. But on the occasion, Shihao pushes the White Tiger behind, counterattacks Sui Chen, with which there was a lot of energy coming out. Shihao was saved from their attack, but now White Tiger and Sui Chen attack together. But Shihao attacks so powerfully with his power, with which Sui Chen and White Tiger fall behind badly injured. Along with that, Shihao kicks Sui Chen's spear and pierces Sui Chen's chest, with which he was badly injured. But Sui Chen still did not give up. He tells White Tiger to attack, on which White Tiger attacks Shihao, but Shihao attacks him with his sword. But this was an illusion. In fact, the real White Tiger wanted to touch the circle. That's why Shihao tells his friends to stop him, but it was too late. White Tiger had touched the circle, with which a lot of energy comes out, which also took White Tiger in a slap. And now that green energy was behind Shihao and his friends, and they were all flying away from there. Shihao had covered everyone with a shield. At the same time, that green energy also kills Sui Chen, and now that green energy was trying to break Shihao's shield, and was entering inside the shield. Now even the stone was not understanding what to do, and now Shihao's shield is completely cracked, and the green energy goes inside. But then, the heavenly tree vines come there to help Shihao, which safely takes these people out. Sui Chen says that inside this cruel clay pot, there is an unimaginable creature shield, but now it has been blocked, and now it has changed into black blood. Now they all know that the one who will save them. Heavenly tree vines are none other than God Louis, on which Shihao thanks God Louis. Now Shihao goes ahead and puts that immortal body in his storage. At the same time, the second body alerts everyone. White Tiger had sent a message to someone before dying, "We need to be careful," but Shihao says, "There is no need to be afraid like this. Today or tomorrow, you will have to fight them, so what difference does it make?" But the second body says to Shihao, "It will be better for you. You stay a little careful, because in this kingdom, he is not the only hunter. There are many ancient killers here, who have amazing assassin skills, I have heard. Even the 10-crown champion does not want to mess with those killers. Ancient sand, the place from where the sun belongs. It is as famous as the Immortal Palace. Surely they have many secret methods too." But Shihao does not care about it. This scene ends here. Now in the next scene we see Shihao and his friends in a village market, and this village was the same, where the king of 10 crown had obtained the piece of the jade and ancient book. All this was going on in that market. Only then the second body and Shihao feel that there are many people following them. That's why the second body immediately tells everyone to be alert. Only then, a portal opens from the sky, from which a red sword comes out and attacks Shihao, with which Shihao somehow defends. But now multiple red swords had attacked Shihao, with which Shihao is saved by jumping here and there. He was fighting with his sword. That red sword comes to attack Shihao quickly. So Shihao hits with his sword and throws that sword back. Only then cracks occur in that sword, and that sword is destroyed, with which the fog spread all over, and now the fog is removed. So Stone sees this and says, "Surely this bloody sword is working for the Hunter of Heaven." And now that hunter is hiding for a long time before taking action. So how did Shihao find out about him? Shihao says that, after cultivating immortal energy, the sense of consciousness has become very sharp. That's why after cultivating, I feel coldness, even before the danger comes to you. Shihao was saying that. Only then this phase breaks in the sky, and a portal opens there, from which a person comes out, who says that I admire the bravery of Brother Huang, and with the entry of this person, our episode ends here. See you in the next video.